Hi and welcome, and thanks for tuning in to the first video tutorial from us here at First4IT. Today we're concentrating on the subject of spam email, and in particular when you visit a website and you sign up for a PDF download or a free ebook, and you have to enter your email address in order to be able to obtain the download. Now it's likely that if that's ever happened to you, or if you've taken part in a process similar to that, that you've probably been bombarded with emails for weeks and months to come trying to sell you all manner of products and services. So what this tutorial is designed to do today is to show you that there is a way that you can use what's called a disposable email address. This is an email address that you use for the sign up process only, and once the sign up is complete, you simply throw away the email address. A number of sites these days are using a technique called double opt-in. And the way that double opt-in works is that you sign up to the service or to the website and you enter your email address, and then an email is sent to you to validate the email address that you entered and prove that there's a human being at the end of it and it's not a made-up email address. When that happens, then you get a link in the email that you click to validate your email address, and then you're subsequently taken back to the site to gain access to the download. That proves to the site owner that you are actually bona fide and you own that email address, and then your email address is added to their list. So what this technique today is going to do is show you how to use a disposable email address service to create an email address that you can enter into a sign-up form, receive the subsequent email, obtain your free download, and then throw away the email address. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here we are on my Facebook page now. In the top right hand corner you will see that there's a sponsored advertisement saying grow your business with this free marketing book. And this is an example of a sponsored advertisement where the individual is paying each time that you click through on the particular advert. So if you wanted to be particularly malicious, you could sit here for most of the day clicking backwards and forwards, and this person would end up with a fairly hefty bill. However, that's not what we're planning to do here. What I want to do is click through on the advert and show you that when we go through, we'll arrive at a sign-up form which requests our personal details and our email address in exchange to provide us with a copy of this PDF book. So I'm going to click through to start with, and I know that there's a video that plays when I click through, so I'm going to pause that video before I speak to you again. So let's click through first. Pause the video. And here is the form here on the right hand side saying claim your free ebook, or free book rather, and free strategy session. Well, we only want a free book, we don't want a strategy session. And you'll see that the form asks us for a whole host of personal information. So for the benefits of this particular tutorial, I'm going to enter some bogus information. I'm going to call myself Joe Blogs, and I'm going to say my website is called mywebsite.com. My business name is called My Business. And we come to the most important part, email. Now, we can't fool the system here by entering in just a fictitious email address, because this particular site on this form is using what's called a double opt-in. And I think I probably alluded to this earlier. A double opt-in is a method of the site owner verifying that you actually own the email address. So in other words, they won't provide you with a link to download the free file that they're offering until they can be absolutely sure that you own this email address that you're entering. Now, of course, they know that you're not going to enter a fictitious email address, because you'd never get access to that mailbox, click on the link and download the PDF file, because you wouldn't be able to access the email. So they're fairly confident that you're going to enter a genuine email address at this point. However, if we were to do this, we would probably be subjected to a whole sequence of emails over the next week and perhaps couple of months from this particular site owner trying to promote products and services to us. So what we want, or what we could really do with, is what's called a disposable email address, and that's where a service called Gorilla Mail comes in. So if I go up to the top of the screen here and click on Gorilla Mail, you'll see that when you arrive on the site, which is www.gorillamail.com, you'll see that it creates an inbox for you straight away off the bat as soon as you arrive on the site. And the name of your mailbox or your email address is jrvdacae@sharkblazers.com. Now, yours will be different, of course, and every time you arrive at the site, you will get a new one. If you click Forget Me each time and you refresh the page, you'll get a new email address every single time. So you can use this multiple times if you want to. And you have access to the inbox, because if you look down here, you'll see that there is a welcome email from Gorilla Mail saying welcome random user. So we know that we've got access to the mailbox and we can read the email once it arrives. So what we want to do is we want to just unscramble the email address and copy the email address to the clipboard, which is what this notification message does at the top of the screen. Go back to the form, click in the email field, and on the PC, if you do Control and V, it'll paste in the email address. Then it's asking for our mobile number. Well, of course, we don't want to provide that, so we'll just enter in any number. What's the position in the business? Well, I'll say that we own the business, and I'll say that the turnover is £5 million. Wouldn't that be lovely? And we'll enter a fake address. So we'll say the road, the street, and we'll say that we live in the town, and we'll say our postcode is LD24 3RD. And then we'll click on Get My Free Book Now. Now another video plays there, but that's us concluded now with the sign up. And if we go back to Gorilla Mail and we wait a short period of time, we should see that our email from the site owner arrives with our link to download our file. So here we are now in our inbox several minutes later, and you may have to wait a little while before the emails do arrive, because the Gorilla Mail service does publish and process a huge amount of mail, given the fact that it offers disposable email addresses. But you'll see in the inbox here that we've got your order, your book and video set. So if we click on that email, we will see that here is the guy, Jonathan J, and this is the email containing a link to watch the video, and it says that this video link expires in 24 hours and is unique to you. And if you don't want to start reading straight away, click here to view a PDF version. So if we click on the PDF version, here we go, we get access to the PDF file that he wanted our email address to gain access to. So we can right click, save as, and we can put it onto our desktop for now. And that's the file saved. We can then close the window, and we no longer need this email address any longer, so we can go back to the inbox and we can delete the emails. We don't have to delete them, we can just ignore the mailbox, but this is just to keep things neat and tidy. Now, the one thing I will add to this, one caveat that I will add to this, is that a number of website owners who create mailing lists are starting to get smart with regard to disposable email addresses as well. So where you'll see sharklasers.com and gorillamail.info, a number of the website forms now will filter out those domains, and if it finds that there is a mailbox at that domain, it won't actually send the email. So it will depend on the site that you go to and how smart the implementation is of the mailing list software as to whether or not they do use a list of domains that offer free disposable email addresses, and therefore will block those. But anyway, I hope that's been useful and helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to presenting another video on spam very shortly.